Hello everyone and welcome back to GTA 4. We are here driving around Liberty City doing some missions for Roman's taxi company. And I think I'll shut up for a bit here because talking over this song would be a travesty.
I don't believe it. Good job. It's down, Roman.
Nico, you make my life so much easier. Thank you. Call me if you want more work.
Hey, Roman, how about I drive someone for you?
I would only love you more if you had titties, Nico. Come get the cab from the depot.
I'm already in one of your cars. I'll go collect them now.
The fair is in South Bohan. They need to get to Steinway.
Songs you should still be paying attention to. Songs from yesterday, when you woke up and realized a decade's gone by, and all you've got are track marks and a bill from the government. But that happens every day.
Let's break a few strings!
Yes, that is indeed Iggy Pop on the radio. Iggy also selected all the songs for Liberty Rock Radio, so if you have any complaints about the station's playlist, you can direct them to Mr. Iggy Pop himself. But in any case, we are doing this here taxi mission, and this is actually the last one of these taxi missions we can do for Roman because they become unavailable after this one, for reasons we'll be seeing shortly. And there isn't really much to this. You don't have a timer or anything like that, you just pick up your fare and take them to the destination, and there we go. They might swear at you for crashing into things, or even if you don't crash into things, they'll still swear at you. But that's just about the only interesting thing that will happen during these. Unless the AI has some issues with toll booths, as happened on my previous recording. Also, that was the completely wrong subtitle for that last bit of dialogue there. Now I'm looking through the phone here for another one of Roman's taxi missions, but since I have done 10 of them already, they simply disappear from the phone and we can't do any more of them. So instead I think we should give little Jacob a call because he mentioned he and Batman had some work for us. So let's check that out and see what we can do for them.
Let's go to the news so you can get really fucking depressed and feel like the world is so shit you've turned into a statue in a bad neighborhood that gets...
Alright, man. If you got any product to move, I could do with the money.
Iris, but once you open, you give us a call, you know. You'll be a pocket away from a mafia brother like you in a car by the cafe, you know. You have to meet me man under the festival towers in the Meadows Park. See, Nico?
Now once again there are 10 of these side missions we can do for Jacob, and they all start right here in this alley next to the homebrew cafe. Jacob has a package stashed in the car and we are supposed to take it to the customer. What I don't realize here is that we don't actually need to use this fine automobile that Jacob has provided for us. So we are going to do all of this while driving this, well, quite frankly, piece of shit cars. Some of the cars in the game actually have these sort of beater versions of them driving around, and Jacob seems to have the full collection of them. I do believe we will be driving all of them. over the course of these missions, or at least seeing all of them. And yeah, their performance is pretty terrible, with awful suspension, awful brakes, as you can see there, and I have no idea how that did not give me a wanted level, but I'll take it. And all around terrible performance. And here we are in the park, and this does not look like a setup at all.
Hi.
I'm still gonna get you!
Now that's a surprise. There I made things slightly harder for myself, as I shot the cop and gave myself an extra wanted star. You start with 2, now we have 3, so that's great. So now all we have to do is escape the cops in this car, which may or may not fail on its own. Well, maybe that is kind of an exaggeration, because they don't fail on their own. I don't think they don't literally stop driving or anything like that. But they are pretty terrible all around and really weak to gunfire. I actually lost a tire on my previous recording. I was in a different car, sort of a Cadillac type thing. I have no idea if the tire blew up on its own or if the cops managed to shoot it, because I don't remember seeing anyone shoot it. But yeah, that was fun doing the chase with 3 wheels basically, in a car that didn't perform that great in the first place. And this here is a lot longer than the chase I had in the previous recording, despite my slight technical issues with the car. It is kinda down to luck whether or not the cops will spawn right next to you, like these fellas right here. And I also noticed that the cops have brought in the SUVs, which I didn't notice didn't realize they do at 3 stars. But that shouldn't be much of a problem for us here. Now, of course, as I was saying, the number of the wanted stars affects the aggression of the police and the size of the radius. So the more stars you have, the bigger radius, and the more the cops will be on your ass. But I think we are just about done here. We are right on the edge of the radius. Kinda look around if there's anything on the radar, and there we go.
Hey man, I successfully delivered the package.
Nice, Nico. A dependable brethren in a star. Come if you want to make another delivery, see?
I will do that, but not quite yet. I have something else in mind. Because Brucey had some work for us, as he mentioned earlier, so let's go read our email and see if Brucey has got something cool. And here's Roman explaining why we can't do any more of his taxi missions. Basically all of his regular drivers are angry that they suck at their jobs, and I am hogging all the fares, so now they are trying to lynch Roman apparently.
Hey, Sharonda! Yup. Roman's cousin, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you. It's Nico, by the way.
Now what have we got here this time? Yeah, the nameless killer seems to have struck again, and the police force still don't know what to name him, so that's unfortunate for them. High school sweetheart. Well, this seems legit. Now for GTA 4, Rockstar went through the trouble of making entire websites for their fake internet. And these are really quite detailed, and here's Roman being Roman, and he's just going on about all kinds of nonsense, and also mentioning how their fathers were kind of apparently deadbeats of some type. And there's Brucey being Brucey, but this is not the message we're looking for, so let's just give him an answer there. And I would really like to see Bruce interact with his mom and his aunt, because that sounds great. But here is what we are actually looking for. We are going to take this bike and we're going to take it to Brucey.
Come back soon, Nico.
Now it's a bit of a drive to the bike's location, so let's just edit warp ourselves there and look around a bit. We see those two cops walking towards us, and we kinda want to get on the bike before they come over, so they don't try to pull you off the bike or anything like that. It doesn't really matter in regard to the wanted level, because you automatically get 2 stars whenever you do one of these. And here down this alleyway we find something fun, and now that had all the potential in the world to go really poorly, but I actually kinda pulled it off. And that's that. That really could not have gone all that much better. Aside for one thing that the game will inform us about shortly. Yeah, if you damage your vehicles in these missions, the damage is taken out of your pay. Or you can go to the pay and spray and pay $100 to fix whatever damage there is. And apparently doing a jump from 30 feet with this bike has kind of done a bit of damage to it, but it's not too bad. And that probably didn't help. That car, by the way, is a ruiner, not a phoenix. It is called a ruiner because it ruins imports.
Brucey? That's right, baby. I break new records every day because I play to win. If you don't play to win, you play to lose, like a liberal. Okay, my name's Bruce Kibbutz. Cars are an extension of ourselves, like DNA. And if you have the wrong DNA, you should be put out to pasture. When it comes to autos, auto modification, or the kind of lifestyle advice that will turn you into a certified winner, 100% of the time, come to the people who are genetically different. Brucey's Executive Lifestyle Autos. Or visit us on the web at bruceysexecutivelifestyleautos.com. Be genetically different, baby.
And yes, there was the man himself, with a nice radio commercial. He is a legitimate businessman and everything. And here we are at his workshop that for some reason takes a bit to load.
I put the PCJ 600 in the lockup now. It's all good.
Spot the genetically superior one?
Okay. Tell me if you want another thing.
Yep, that is what we are, genetically superior. What is not superior in any way is this car here, which is another one of Jacob's beaters, the Vajero. And this is another type of his missions, which is this timed run to a customer that is kinda paranoid and jumpy and will not hang around for too long. And the time limits on these cars especially they are really quite strict. This one isn't too bad, even if you fuck up your turn right there, but you still have quite a bit of time to do this one. And there in the corner you can see a health pickup. I don't need it, so Nico just ignores it. And let's just get to the next one, shall we? Another one of these jumpy customers, and this one is a lot harder than the last one. I actually failed this on my earlier recording, but... And yeah, hitting everything probably doesn't help. This would be a lot easier if I had known that you can do it in... Brakes generally work better if the wheels of the car are touching the ground. But yeah, if I had known that you can use your own vehicle or just hail a taxi, these things would have been a lot easier. Basically you have from 30 in-game minutes to about an hour of game time to get there. And that really is not a lot if you are in a shitbox car like this. But we are just about here, and this is another jump that could go really badly for me, but I managed it quite nicely there. And just run like hell to the customer. And you saw a orange glowing bird in the corner there. We'll be taking a look at it later, or pretty soon actually, as we first go in the completely wrong direction.
Hey man, I successfully delivered the package.
Nice, Nico. You're dependable brethren in a star. Come if you want to make another delivery, sane?
Now, this here is a flying rat. And if you shoot all of them, you unlock a attack helicopter that you can then fly around in. Except it doesn't spawn half the time and it's pretty worthless. But let's hang out with Roman for a bit.
Seeing you puts a smile on my face. Let's go. Nico B in the house! Man, sometimes I cannot believe you are here with me. Really, I can't.
It's hardly been a lot of fun since I turned up, cousin.
Correct. It has been a fucking nightmare, but that's not the point.
No?
No, the point is... Fuck it. The Bellic cousins are here in a land of opportunity, and we are making trouble for any fools who get in our way.
If you say so.
I do say so, man. I do. I just did. It's good to have you here. Whatever shit we get into, man, it's good.
Thanks. Don't you miss home? You've been there a long time. You never get homesick?
Sure. I miss things about home, but I think things are ruined now.
Yes, I know what you mean.
I miss the good times we had as children. When our fathers were too drunk to beat us. When there was food and the sun was shining. But now I live here and life is good.
Is it?
Yes, cousin, it is. Sure, this place is crazy, but so is home. And here it is okay to be an eccentric go-getter businessman with a taste for fine women, wine, and song.
Is that how you see yourself? My God, you are deranged, cousin. This place has made you sick.
Fuck you. I'm an individual, my friend. One of a kind.
Or, to put it another way, a freak.
Okay, we can fill up with good American food. I'm in the mood for a hormone and chemical hit. That was quick, Nico. You'd almost think you didn't want to sit down and converse with your cousin. It's time to go back.
Now what would possibly give him that idea? And here we have skipped one of these missions. It was yet another one of the ones where the cops show up and nothing really happened in the chase, so I just got it out. This is another one of the timed ones. Probably the hardest one yet, to be quite honest here, because you have no time whatsoever to get there. You really get like 25 minutes of game time, and in a car like this, that is not a lot. Now fortunately, once you get near the customer, even if you don't get out of the car as it asks you to do, I don't think they go anywhere as long as you are in the vicinity, so that helps just a little bit. And there's another flying rat, which I'm not actively gonna hunt down all 200 of these, but if I find any I will shoot them.
Jacob, man, I made the delivery.
Nico, you're my main man. That'll be some good work, you know. Call me if you want our next job.
Yeah, one problem with the flying rats is that when you fire a gun in this game, it tends to get the attention of the cops. So you might have to outrun some policemen when you're trying to hunt these down, and it's really not ideal, to say the least. And here in this park we get introduced to the third and final type of Jacob's drug running missions, in which we need to stash the package in a spot somewhere secluded. Nice and easy. Except for that, I guess. The lock-on can occasionally get a bit wonky, so sorry if that made anyone nauseous. But these guys aren't really a match for me, because let's face it, you kinda expect that something's gonna go down, so just need to gun these guys down and that's about it. I don't know about you, but I'd say it's been a pretty good day. And here's another one of the stash ones we have to do. And oh, these guys know about this stash point as well. This one can be a bit hard because, well, not that hard, but a bit of a hassle because they kind of flank you from every side and there isn't much cover here. And there I demonstrate the combat role that the game was telling us about during the last story mission with the Lost. Actually, it works kinda nicely here. It's the slowest combat role in the world, but it gets the job done. And one more. I know by this point that some idiots are going to ambush me, so I'll just park my car here for some cover. Jacob and Batman really need to look into these hiding places, because this is not going all that well for them. Now they kinda anticipate you parking your car in the middle there, because these guys show up on the rooftop. And I don't know what happened to this one, because he kinda got stuck until I gunned him down.
Yo, Nico, By your brother, man, Jacob. Listen, we've been friends for a long time, see? Told me because we need to buy some guns, see?
Thanks, Jacob. I appreciate that.
And this is what we have been doing this stuff for. When you reach 75% friendship with Jacob, he unlocks his friend perk.
Jacob, I need some of that hardware you promised me.
No problem, Nico, man. Just meet me at South Sloan.
And let me tell you, this one really is worth it. Whenever you call for his gun service here, he shows up in some dark alleyway, somewhere close to you, and then you just drive there and meet him. You can do this, I believe it's once per in-game day, so it's not as useful or as game-breaking as it could be, but it's still very useful indeed. Especially since, as you will see shortly, the prices are quite competitive.
Wagwan, Nico. Good for city, man. Everything a mafia done could want in a there be and thing. That dangerous man, you know, Nico Bellic. Bombo!
So let's just get ourselves some micro Uzi ammo here, because we kinda ran short on that after we've had to kill a bunch of idiots. Yeah, he's got body armor, and when we unlock new weapon types like the assault rifle or sniper rifle, he'll get those too.
Facts are not feelings, friend.
Hey, man! Remember me?
Sure, the crack-smoking American dream.
I'm clean, man. What a ride.
Yeah, you look good.
I feel good.
Good.
I sank as far as a man can sink when you're given blowjobs at $10 a pop so you can score your next rock. And I have an Ivy League education. Jesus, what a disgrace. But I'm over that now. I'm engaged.
Congratulations.
Hey, I owe you, man. I mean, I was a dick, but I'm making up for it. I was a loud-mouthed dick, and I apologize.
Hey, apology accepted. Don't worry about it.
Listen, I gotta go pay off one of my dealers. Make things right. Would you come with me? I hate to ask, but I'm afraid the temptation might get to me. Please.
Sure.
Awesome. I need a vehicle.
This evening, the Army and Special Forces were called after an explosion at the Bands Hotel, which closed 4 city blocks and left 18 people.
They're over on Onion, just off Asparagus Avenue.
After this, just listen to heavenly changes reserved.
I asked my sponsor to come along, but he says this is something I gotta do without him. Thanks for helping me, dude.
Do not mention it.
This is step number 9 in the program. I'm making amends to all those I harmed. Expensive process.
Could be.
That said, it's a lot harder to ask people to write off the emotional debts than the... That's them. Do you mind waiting here?
You're pretty dumb for a banker. You forgot about interest, bitch.
Trust the higher power. Trust the HP.
Well, I guess we saw that one coming. And you don't actually need to kill these guys, but
Thanks, dude.
Nico Bellic is a dangerous man.
Take me back to my place on Wappinger?
Ice cold. And yeah, to be quite honest, I expected Brian's Stranger side quest to...
Make amends?
Step 9's a tough one. Not everyone wants you to get better. I'll talk about it in group. You have to have the serenity to to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Right, dude? I mean, that makes sense. I just can't always live it.
That is a healthy attitude.
Yeah, I expected this to end quite poorly, but this is actually quite a good ending for him, and with that, I think I will call the video and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Thanks for everything. Here's a token of my gratitude. Stay safe.